How's it going, everyone? Deadfink here, and if you guys don't know, chapter 852 of One Piece is out. You have to read it first before I proceed in this video, because I would be spoiling you guys. And now that you have, let's go into this chapter. So first of all, I just want to say that after a break of a chapter, and we get to see this chapter, and with this chapter we get to see just major informations about Sanji's past, and then another break. Oh boy, I surely am pissed. Just by the fact that we just got a break now, and after this chapter we get another break. Why the hell, man? And other than ranting about this chapter, I just wanna give you a review about this. So let's get into it without any further ado. And in the Whole Cake Island, where we are, first of all, I just wanna tell about what is happening with Luffy and his company. So Jinbei burns the book imprisoning the Luffy and Nami, and they get freed along with many other prisoners. And now that Luffy and Nami are free, Jinbei throws water on them to just extinguish the fire they were having on them. And then Nami states that they already have been in a situation like that in previous arc, before reaching Alabasta. You know what I mean. And then we get to see that Nami is kind of changing clothes and stuff like that, and then that moment Nami was looking pretty cute. And then we get to see Luffy was whole tired out and was just knocked out because of the hunger that he was having. He hasn't eaten for a day or so, and he just wants to eat with Sanji's hand, and he just falls down out of hunger. He says that I'm hungry, and then he says that I didn't say that I want to eat something if I'm hungry, and then he rushes towards a floor above. Okay, so this was for this panel, for this couple of pages, and now I get to the main thing that we got to know the information of. On Whole Cake Island, inside the Jetty Infirmary, a doctor and a homie guard both comment on Reiju's incredible enhanced healing ability, and as they talk, Sanji sneaks in undetected and ties and blindfold the homie to the chair. And that doctor has gone to inform Vinsmoke about Reiju's current situation, and then Reiju then wakes up noticing Sanji's presence in her room, and with a surprise, what is he doing here? And then she also inspects her injury on her leg while recalling foggily that she had been caught in a supposed crossfire. And by crossfire I mean she was going in on a floor and she got shot by a guard or a soldier, assuming her to be an invader. She was having that memory, and then Sanji tells her that her memory has been overwritten and edited by Pudding Stale Fruit, and proceeds to tell her that what really happened. And in the infirmary where Sanji was and Reiju was, Reiju tells Sanji that she believes the thing that Sanji tells her, and Sanji proceeds to bemoan his belief that his own sacrifice would secure the safety of his crew, but that isn't true at all now. But Reiju says that they should not stand in the way of the planned assassination. Sanji objects immediately, not wanting Sanji to die, but a touched Reiju responded that Sanji owes her nothing for helping her escape on Germa Kingdom 12 or 13 years ago, and then she urges Sanji to escape the Whole Cake Island as soon as possible and try not to worry about protecting the Baratie once he is safely away. And that is because I guess Baratie, Big Mom is not having information about it, or only Vinsmoke know information about it, but Vinsmokes are gonna die in the wedding anyway, so Sanji doesn't have to care about that anymore. And before Sanji can object any further, Reiju says to him that one of her strongest childhood memories, and there was one such memory that she wasn't able to get rid of, and that was when she was a child and when 4 of her brothers were born, and she recalls a big fight between their father and mother. and during which their mother refused to undergo the surgery, which would transform their soon-to-be born sons into emotionless machines. And Vince Judge's plan was to experiment lineage factor manipulation surgery on his wife to manipulate his children into war machines kind of thing. And that modification was successful on only Ichiji, Niji and Yanji, and that was because of a drug that Sanji's mother Sora started taking to prevent her children from being the war machines. And luckily only Sanji got out of that lineage factor. And well, I'm wondering that why only Sanji got rid of it. Why not Ichiji, why not Neji, and why not Yonji, of course, because he is the last son. And how come the medicine can only affect the third son and not the first and the last one? I don't know. It can just be random and just can be in favor of Sanji. Well, Sanji seems like a cool name. Well, if we would have been introduced to Ichiji before Sanji, it just wouldn't have been, sounded kind of, better or something like that. And however, the scientists monitoring the Windsmoke brothers began observing that behavior in Sanji, that his modification has been revealed that his modification had been unsuccessful. And while Judge blamed Sanji for that drug success, the drug that Sora took, Sora cherished Sanji's display of kindness and crying in happiness as she told Reiju and their maid about Sanji's action. The action like when Sanji gave food to her, when Sanji fed animals and took care of his mother and said to her that get well soon. And after listening after listening this from Reiju, horrified Sanji begins to state that their mother's death was his fault, but Reiju overrides him and tells him that because of him their mother was happy from the bottom of her heart and she didn't regret a thing at all. And Reiju continues by stating that Sanji cannot be a failure, and in fact he is kinder than anyone else. And Sanji just gets leave speechless. Well, what else could you say when you just get to know that you were so good even after thinking that you were so bad? You know what I mean, right? And then back inside the infirmary, Reiju encourages Sanji to forget about Germa and leave. And then she reflects that Germa is nothing but a war machine that the world can do without, and that the Windsmokes are a family of murderers that surely deserves death. And Sanji continues his objection to Reiju's proposed self-sacrifice, but Reiju explains that she cannot disobey her father's command. That's the way she is modified into. And then with Luffy's fast approaching and leaving a trail of destruction behind him, Reiju says that she believes that Baratie is under no threat from Big Mom, and then she reveals that the handcuffs that Sanji is wearing are fake. Well, they're fake, but they made a sound like beep-like sound when they were placed on Sanji's wrist. So I'm just suspicious that what happened has manipulated Reiju to say the things that she wanted. I don't know. And then also we get to know that Charlotte Smoothie learns of Jinbei's rebellion and orders all the homies and soldiers to seal off the 4th floor. And 4th floor is where Smoothie and Big Mom and Brook are currently, and Luffy is on, I guess, 2nd floor or something. And then Smoothie warns the soldiers not to inform Big Mom of the chaos inside the jet tube, or she will be pissed off, and gives them the permission to kill the rebels if necessary. Well, how can a small fry kill Luffy? Have some sense in you, Smoothie. And then we get to Luffy, and with Luffy fast approaching and leaving a trail of destruction behind, Luffy just grabs a soldier and chokes his neck asking, tell me where's Sanji or I'm gonna kill you. And then at the end, Reiju says that she emphasizes that he will never ever get to see and meet people as amazing as the one he has now for long as he lives. And this is all for this chapter. And what do you think might happen to Luffy is, first of all, Luffy's gonna go and run into Smoothie, and Smoothie is gonna have a fight with Luffy, but Luffy would be out of energy, and at the same moment Sanji is gonna arrive, feed him food, and then Luffy's gonna take on Smoothie and beat the crap out of her. And some shit similar to this might happen. And then I'll get to Pudding, where Pudding would not be able to get to know about this thing. And then we get to Chopper and Carrot would find Nami or Jinbei, not Sanji, I guess. And or probably he potentially have access to everywhere in the whole Cake Island, and he can just gather all these straw hats one by one, collecting them on inside the mirror world, and then they all can be released during the wedding and create a chaos along with the prisoners. And once Montedio is knocked off, his prison books will be opened and all of them just can go out and stuff like that. And this is all my thoughts are right now. And if you talk about this chapter, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Well, if it hadn't been for the break next week, then I would have given it 3.75. Well, more than 3.5 and less than 4, because it wasn't just a great chapter, and even after a break it should have been an awesome, amazing one. But it was just informative, so it was just fun to read. And if you guys wanna make theories about the next chapter, then there are lots of possible ways in which you can make theories about. And one of those ways would be Katakuri being released. If Katakuri confronts Luffy and Luffy beats the crap out of Katakuri, and Katakuri is gonna be the strongest of all the commanders, then Smoothie would be just like, what the heck happened? I'm not gonna fight the guy, I'm just gonna go and hide. You know what I mean, right? So Katakuri may have a potential chance of getting to fight Luffy, and or Smoothie might also have the chance. I don't think that any other person is capable enough for fighting Luffy, because he defeated one of the sweet commanders, and only the 2 sweet commanders are left, except Big Mom are the only ones that are stronger than Cracker. Okay, so this is all for this video, guys. Make sure you smack that like button and like the video if you like the video. Comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Share this video with whoever watches One Piece, and for future updates and notification, turn on the notification button and click that subscribe button, guys. I would highly appreciate that. And I know you guys expect a lot to see from me, but this is all for today, guys. I'm the Twink, and I'll see you in the next one.